What's going on, guys? Ariane from Exotic Aquatics, and today we're going to be talking about brine shrimp. So yeah, guys, you heard it correctly. We're going to be talking about brine shrimp today. Sort of a tutorial about live brine shrimp. We're going to talk about how to build a brine shrimp hatchery for free, except the air pump. But yeah, this brine shrimp hatchery didn't cost me anything, and it's a pretty efficient one, so we'll see how it goes. And also we're gonna talk about how to hatch the brine shrimp, as well as how to conserve it to feed your babies, and how to feed your babies with it. So stick along, guys. Now let's see how to build this brine shrimp hatchery. So let's get right into it.
So let's go over the components of the brine shrimp hatchery I just showed you guys. So you'll need a 2-liter soda bottle. Of course, you're gonna need its cap. You're gonna need a control valve so you can adjust the flow of the air as well as the water. You're gonna need, of course, an air pump. And then me, for the base, I use some styrofoam. So yeah. Now for the material, you're gonna need a knife, a sharp knife, or this, and then you're gonna need a 1/4 of an inch screw or a 1/4 of an inch drill. That's what I used. So you're also gonna need some airline tubing to get to your bubbler. So as you guys can see, I already have this. I'm not gonna use the cap that came with it because I already did it. So I poke a hole with the drill a 1/4 of an inch so that the airline tubing can fit. And then I put some Krazy Glue in it so that it doesn't leak. So that's what I did. And then for the bottle, we need to prepare the bottle. So we're gonna cut it. So you just cut it around here. So you cut it because you want to be able to access the top to get the brine shrimp shells and take these out. So as you guys can see, I did cut the top off. Now, so it's a bit too tall for my liking, so I'm gonna cut it a bit. You don't have to do that, it's just because of my shelf. I don't want it that high, so I'm cutting it. So it's just really a cap. You don't even need it really. It's just for the evaporation. You don't want any, and yeah. So now we have the bottle made. You have to keep in mind that it has to have a 1 liter capacity, so it's a 2-liter bottle. I cut it third of an half, and yeah, so you have enough. Maybe 1 liter will go here, and yeah, so you'll have enough for the proportion of the brine shrimp, salt, and all of that. So once you're done with the cap and the bottle, just screw that in. And then for the control valve, so what's going on is that you're gonna use this and put it in there, and then you put that in there like that, and this is gonna go in the bubbler. So that's pretty much how it works. Now for you guys to understand the base, I also have 4 pieces that kind of surveys this part so it doesn't touch the ground. So yeah, then you pass the tubing through that. If you guys have a better way to hold the bottle, just let me know down in the comments. Me, I'm using that, so yeah. And there you go, guys. It's as simple as it could get. A free DIY brine shrimp hatchery. The only thing that cost me something in this is the air pump. So yeah, that's a pretty nice looking brine shrimp hatchery. Not really nice looking, but really efficient brine shrimp hatchery. So yeah. So yeah, now that the brine shrimp is made, I'm gonna show you guys how to make it work for the brine shrimp, as it goes water, salt, and all of that. So first, what you're gonna need, of course, is aquarium salt. So me, I use Nutrafin. You can also use Souvon, really any type of salt, aquarium salt, I mean. You have to fill that up Now for the light, let me just put it away. So you fill that up about oh, I completely forgot. So the valve is here, you have to turn it off, of course. Make sure your valve is closed or that the air pump is higher than the airline tubing, because it's gonna go in your pump and that's not what you want. So I'm really doing it approximatively because I already know that it works for me, but if you guys want to follow the proportion, it's always best. So now for the salt, you'll need, for that, you'll need a complete tablespoon of salt, so let's do that. So guys, you have a full tablespoon of salt. You have to start your aerator right now so that the salt gets mixed up. I'm just gonna put you guys there. I'm gonna start the aeration. Just enough so that the eggs won't stay at the bottom. So just I like this much aeration. Of course, it's really up to you. So you put a tablespoon of salt, you make sure it gets mixed up. So you see, for the salt to get to mix up a little bit better, I have really to put that to the maximum. And then you turn on the lights, you let the water heat up for a bit for the best growth. So you turn the light on and you wait for the temperature of the water to heat up a bit. Me, I used some water that was already hot, so I'm just gonna put the brine shrimp right in. So here's the brine shrimp I use. It's pretty basic brine shrimp, but yeah. So yeah, if you guys make the division of this brine shrimp, it says half a teaspoon of brine shrimp eggs. So here I have half a teaspoon of brine shrimp. I'm just gonna measure that. So for the proportion, it's half a teaspoon for 1 liter of water. So you guys can make that up if you have a bigger quantity of water. For me, it's pretty much around that. And also, it's 1 tablespoon of it's 1 tablespoon of salt. So as you guys can see, I have a half a teaspoon of brine shrimp eggs, and then you just add that in. So you let that mix up. The goal is to have every single one of them floating, not some that are stuck to the ground. You need to get the cap and put that right on, but right before that, you just want to make sure that every brine shrimp eggs get inside. So yeah, and now you add the top for the evaporation, and yeah, you pretty much put the light on top, and then in 24 hours or more, depending on the. And now in 24 hours we'll have live brine shrimp, so I'll see you guys then. What's up, you guys? I'm back, and we're gonna see if our brine shrimp hatch. It's around 24 hours later, and first what you need to do is you need to turn off the aeration by switching the valve, and then turn off the light of the lamp. And now, first of all, you're gonna see if it sinks. It might have hatched, but also one way to tell if it hatched is you can see at the top there's some eggshells, and all you have to do now is take a light, and you're gonna see all the brine shrimp. As you guys can see, it's really evident that it hatched because all of the brine shrimp is actually going down to the light. So now for recolting the brine shrimp. You can keep the brine shrimp alive with the light on and the aeration turned off. They're gonna be alive for maybe Not really long in my experience, but the best way to preserve them is to put them in the fridge. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. You can see all the brine shrimp are down at the bottom. You can see them moving. There are more over here. Yeah, you can see a lot of them. So yeah, what we're gonna do now to recall them. If you guys do not want to put them in the fridge, I'm gonna show you guys how to recall them. So yeah, if you guys do not want to put them in the fridge, I'm gonna show you guys right now how to collect them. So first you need a pot so the water doesn't go out. And then you need your tube. So you're gonna recall this through that. And then what's really important is that you have the light at the bottom, so all the shrimp are redirected to that. And then usually I use a bigger pot so it doesn't, it's not as hard. So you guys, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see. I'm gonna try to do it one end. You slowly open the brine shrimp. The valve so the brine shrimp can go out, and you put it lower than the Brine Shrimp Hatchery so it can get out. So there you go, guys. It's a lot of brine shrimp, so these guys are gonna munch on it. That's too much brine shrimp, but we'll put it in the 55 and we're not gonna feed. So yeah, really it came out too much, but as you guys can see, bright orange, this means the brine shrimp is alive. So yeah, we're gonna put that in the 55, try and keep some for the baby guppies, but the swordtails are gonna love it. So we're gonna put some. I'm gonna try to put not all of them. I put a little too much. I'm gonna try to get some, but yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. And as you can see, the brine shrimp is flowing in the tank, and the babies are munching on it. They absolutely go crazy for it. And I'm gonna do that with the baby guppies. So I'm gonna turn back on the lights. I'm gonna try and put some right there for you guys. As you guys can see, they go crazy for it. You guys might not be able to see it, but it's all brine shrimp. They're alive, they're all moving. So yeah, they also go crazy for it. Pretty much any fish, small fish like German blue rams, things like that, they absolutely love it. Even these big swordtails, they go crazy for it. It's really nice to feed live food to your fish. Now I'm gonna show you guys the way to capture them into a bowl, and then you'll have your brine shrimp to put in the fridge. So yeah. And now that you concentrated the light there, you need to just turn on the valve, and then we're gonna connect all the brine shrimp. As you guys can see, the brine shrimp is slowly collecting. I might need a bigger container. You guys see half a teaspoon, a lot of eggs. I'm slowly getting all of it. And by doing that, I avoid to take the brine shrimp shells that are at the top, which you don't want your fish to eat that. Also, the brine shrimp eggs that have not hatched, it's not good for them. So make sure you take live brine shrimp and not the shells. And you really try not to get any. As you guys can see, now the water is clear. I connected all the brine shrimp. So you guys can see it's a really concentrated solution of brine shrimp. If it wants to focus, you guys can see these are all alive. So we need to add more water and not get the eggs. So yeah, we're gonna keep getting this up, and yeah. So yeah, guys, let me keep emptying this jar, and I'm gonna be right back. So here you go, guys. After you fill it up, maybe split it in 2 jars, because I found out that I had a lot of brine shrimp, more than I expected. So now I'm just gonna show you guys all of the brine shrimp. So here you guys can see that it's following the light. You can see they are alive. There's not any flow being made. It's really just the brine shrimp moving. So you can see they are all alive. So it's really a big concentrated jar of water. I might dilute it a bit. I really suggest you guys to do that. Make a saline solution and split that in 2 jars. So it conserves easier, but I just did that to show you guys. So yeah, here's the brine shrimp. And what I used to collect the brine shrimp, of course I didn't tell you, this is a brine shrimp net, and you can buy that at your local fish store. Also, what I used to collect this is literally I don't know how to call that in English, it's a pipette in French. So you guys can see that I can take a lot of brine shrimp. So yeah, that's my way to collect them. Now you put that on the fridge. I'm gonna show you guys. I do this, you don't have to do that, but it's better so you don't have any evaporation. So you put that with a rubber band around it so it avoids evaporation. And then when you take it out of the fridge, you can see the brine shrimp moving. You just collect them with the pipette, as I said. So that's pretty much all it's looking like. As I said, you should dilute this in 2 jars, or maybe feed your fish before and all of that. So yeah, that's pretty much the way I feed my fish brine shrimp, how I did the hatchery. And yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you found it helpful as well. And if you did, please leave a like and tell me if your fish loved it. And yeah, it's more simple than I thought, so that's why I wanted to show you guys, because I thought it was really difficult at first, but it's really easy. So yeah, all my fish love it, and I love it to see these little guys alive. And it's live food that all of the fish love. You guys can see how full these guppies are. They absolutely go crazy for it. So yeah. So yeah, guys, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below, as well as follow me on Instagram. I follow every single one of you that follows me there, so don't miss out on that. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace!